You're running an event, a webinar, a product launch, or perhaps a community meet. You need to promote it everywhere. Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, email, and maybe even a physical poster. The problem is that every platform wants a different size. So you design a graphic, you duplicate it, resize it, shuffle everything around so it doesn't look like garbage, and then you do it all over again for the next platform. It's tedious, it's error-prone, and if there's one date change, you're redesigning the entire thing 5 times over. What if you didn't have to do any of that? With adaptive resizing in Bannerbear V5, you design your template once, and it tells you how elements should move when the canvas changes size. Then, you automate the whole thing, 1 record in Airtable, 1 Zapier trigger, and all 5 sizes are generated and stored in an attachment field where it's ready to ship. And you don't even have to use the same dimensions every time. With this method, you can pick and choose, making a versatile, conditions-based automation that leaves your hands free. That's what we're building today. A system that takes one piece of event data and spits out perfectly sized graphics for every channel you need without redesigning or manual resizing. To make this work, you'll need 3 things: an adaptive Bannerbear V5 template, an Airtable base with your data, and a paid Zapier account. Ready to build? Let's go. An adaptive template is just a regular template with one key difference. You tell each layer how to behave when the canvas gets bigger or smaller. Start with your template as usual. We've got pre-designed adaptive templates if you want to skip ahead. As you build out your layers, you'll see adaptive settings at the bottom of the right sidebar. That's where you control position, size, and aspect ratio for each element. It might take some time tweaking to get it perfect. Lucky for us, there's a button to make things a little bit easier. Hit the adaptive preview button on your template page. You'll see your design rendered at a bunch of different sizes all at once. Adjust your settings until everything looks right across the board. Once you're happy, move on. We need a place to store event data and tell Zapier where to send the generated images. Think of this as the control center. Set up a basic events table with the essentials: event names, descriptions, times, and dates, whatever your graphics need. Then add a few more fields. A multi-select field for channels, pick your platforms, Facebook post, Instagram post, LinkedIn, whatever you're using. An attachment field, or multiple, where your generated images will land. And lastly, a checkbox for approval. Only checked records will trigger image generation. This keeps you from burning credits on events that aren't yet ready to go. Create a filtered view that shows only approved records. This view is what Zapier will watch. That's the basics. Have at least one test record ready and checked before moving on. We're near the payoff. All that's left is to set up an automation that kicks off image generation based on the dimensions you'd like. We'll do that using Zapier's Paths feature so that we can keep things nice and organized. Open Zapier and create a new Zap. Airtable is your trigger. New record in your approved records view. Test it. Make sure it picks up your test data. Now here's where adaptive resizing pays off. You're going to set up multiple paths in this Zap, one for each image size you need. Zapier will route your event down each path, generating a different sized image in each one. Set up path A. The condition is simple. Does this record's advertising channels field contain Facebook post? If yes, continue. A tip: you can rename each path to navigate your Zap a little more easily. Add a Bannerbear step V5 create image, select your template, and specify the dimensions you want to use for a Facebook post. Map your Airtable fields to your template layers. Use the Airtable record ID as metadata so we can match images back to their source later. Test it. You should see a generated image link in the output. Now, there are two ways that you can continue. If you'll be saving each poster to its own Airtable attachment field, all you have to do is add an update record event to each path. The image metadata will help you find the original record, and you've just got to map it to your selected field. And that's where your workflow can end. But if you want to store all of your generated images in one field, you'll need to set up the workflow a little differently. First, you look for existing attachments and then upload the image as an additional file rather than replacing everything entirely. To set that up, add a step to find record by ID in Airtable. Use the image's metadata as the record ID search value. This should pull up the latest record data. Now, add your update record step, same base, same table, same image metadata as record search value. Then, we configure the attachments. Map the new image file to the attachment field, add a comma, and finish off with the field's poster's ID from your Airtable search step. Keep in mind that you will need to start with a test attachment in the field for this to work. Test it. The image should appear as an attachment in Airtable. Now duplicate that path, change the condition to Instagram post, adjust the dimensions in the Bannerbear step, and make sure all your values are correctly mapped. Test it again. Using the multiple attachment method, you should see each graphic add itself to the field without removing any of the prior ones. Repeat for every platform you're targeting. Once everything is set up and tested, you're done. Approve a record in Airtable and watch all of your sizes generate automatically. You've just built a system that works for you. One template, one Airtable record, and your graphics are generated across every platform that you need. The beauty of adaptive resizing is that it scales with you. Need to add to LinkedIn? Duplicate a path. Need to adjust sizing? Update the path once, and everything regenerates. It's automation that actually automates rather than moves the busy work around. Give it a try for yourself and let us know how you're using this for your own workflows in the comments below. Thanks for watching.